T. Gray and MK, you are now cleared for flight school takeoff.
4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
I absolutely love it. Oh my God. Yes,
Good.
you are dressed like I feel.
It's cold.
It's cold. Oh my goodness. That is so cool. I love it. Good morning, bro. How are you?
Good morning. Yeah.
You are so crazy.
I'm cold.
Dude, why is it 29 degrees outside in Houston, Texas?
You know what? People are going to start posting their temperatures like Mike South just did.
Right.
And saying, we're babies.
Yeah, because we are.
Yeah, we are. We are babies.
Yeah, we are. We're the baby dads proudly.
That's Colorado summer. LOL.
That's right, David.
Oh, geez.
Oh, my goodness. Hey, people are, Dr. Latrice is loving our new flight school intro. Thank you to the video team.
Yeah,
George and Ziggy, we appreciate you guys so much. Thank you.
Cool.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right.
New York City. It's not that cold in New York City.
23. So why is Houston only 6 degrees of separation?
Yeah.
From New York City? No.
Right.
No.
Yeah. Dan Hansen, 4 degrees in Chicago. Yeah.
Michelle Durling, 62 degrees in Sarasota, Florida. I'm coming, Michelle. I'm on my way. Bags are packed. Oh my God.
Oh, geez.
28 degrees in Atlanta. It's Atlanta today, not hot Atlanta, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Man.
So what is it here? Wait, hold on a second.
29, bro. 29.
Yeah, no, it's 27 here in East San Antonio.
Yeah, Mark lives so far on the east edge of Houston that he might as well be in San Antonio.
Now, the west edge of Houston, the east edge of San Antonio.
Yeah, that what you said. But guess what? Andrea Robertson just posted that it's 25 degrees in San Antonio.
Okay.
Oh, you ready for this? It's 38 degrees. Kelly Huapu just posted it's 38 degrees in San Diego.
Yeah, that's abnormal. Yeah.
What did you guys do to my environment?
Yeah. So let's see here.
Monica from Budapest says, yeah, but you guys can still bring the heat. That's what I'm talking about, homie.
That's it, Monica. We can
bring the heat. We will bring the heat. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, but guess where it is 75 degrees?
Oh, in St. Lucia.
Nope.
Nope.
Puerto Rico. Thank you for that, Mariela. We appreciate you for that. Hey, so good morning, good afternoon, good evening to our friends and family from all over the world. We know you guys are dialing in different time zones. So happy to see all of you here bright and early for flight school. That's what I'm talking about.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Now I got a question for you all. Are your new people on flight school right now? If your new people are on flight school right now, put it in the chat. Let me see your, let's see, what do we want? 8s? Let's see some 8s in the chat. If your new people are on flight school right now, the new people on your team. And when I say new people, I mean, they joined within the last 90 days. Everybody from within the last 90 days on your team is on flight school.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so Tommy Johnson is showing off. He's saying it's 72 degrees in Arizona today. So you know what? It could potentially be 72 degrees in Houston tomorrow as well. That's
the craziness.
Dude, it's crazy, the weather out here.
Absolutely.
Last week, it was in the 70s.
Yep.
This
Absolutely.
week,
Absolutely.
cold.
Now, Mark, I'm going to say this. I didn't see enough 8s in the chat.
Ooh.
Desi Lapova, Diamond
Yeah.
Desi is leading the
She
way.
did.
She's
Yeah.
got her new people on. Desi, let me ask you a question. You can answer in the chat. Is it a requirement on your team that new people get on flight school? Let's see. She's going to answer that, and she's on Facebook.
So Daniel Camaro, he's in there.
Hey, Daniel, question for you. Diamond Daniel Camaro, Diamond Daniel and Talita Camaro. Question for you guys. Is it a requirement on your team that new people get on flight school?
Yes, sir.
And he said, yes, sir. Absolutely. Absolutely. See, so folks, Dr. Latrice said flight school is a requirement. Absolutely. Now, because I'm going to tell you why. Today, we're going to go over the meat and potatoes of our compensation plan, right? Everybody talks about residual income, and we're going to talk about that part of our comp plan today. We're going to talk about the unilevel. And you're going to have people on your team who are going to ask you questions about how the unilevel works. And your answer needs to be, why were you not on flight school? Why are you missing flight school? All right. Because remember, Mark and I made a commitment that we're taking flight school to a whole nother level. We're going to.
Nope. You're out.
There we go. We're going to make sure that every episode is super high value and that you're going to learn something that you need in your business. So let's make sure that we get all of our people on and just do this. If anybody asks you a question that was answered on flight school, tell them, hey, that was answered on flight school. You should have been on. Go watch the video. Okay, let's all band together and not answer questions that are answered on flight school. What do you guys say to that? Anybody agree to that?
I agree.
You agree?
You know I agree.
I know you agree. Mark appears all mild mannered, but ask him a question that was answered on flight school. All right, cool. Well,
I do one of these. I do one of these.
All right, cool. Let's rock and roll, bro. You ready? Let's get down to business.
Do it. Let's do it. Don't sing that. Don't sing it.
Let's get down to business. Hey, cha-cha-cha.
You too much, bro.
Couldn't help it.
All right. Couldn't help it. All right. Disclaimer time.
Disclaimer. All right, guys. We are talking about money today. That's for sure. So it's very important that we let you know that at Ibüümerang, we cannot and we will not make guarantees about your ability to get results or earn money with the Ibüümerang program, information, tools, or strategies. Why? Because that's up to you. Everybody gets out what they put in. Some are going to do a lot and make a lot. Some are going to do a little and make a little. Say it with me. Some are going to do nothing at all and make absolutely nothing. Who determines that? You, the person in the man or the woman looking back at you in the mirror. You got to ask them how much money you're going to make, because that person will tell you what they're willing to do. That's our disclaimer, folks. Make sure you do it at the beginning of your presentations and trainings. And let's rock and roll.
Yeah. Monica from Budapest says, love you guys.
Love you back.
We love you back.
Love you back.
Yeah. All right, cool. Hey, unilevel.
It's that time, folks. So welcome to Comp Plan. Sorry.
You talked about the meat and potatoes. This is really the meat and potatoes. This is where you get paid residually, man. This is good stuff. Yeah. If your folks aren't on yet, man, get them on now. Get them on.
Get them on or they're going to miss it.
Yep.
They're going to miss it. So Comp Plan Training Series, episode 4. Right? And we're going to talk about the unilevel today. You can find the previous episodes on YouTube, in the Ibüümerang channel, and the Comp Plan playlist, which, Mark, your team is doing a beast of a job curating. And it's such a powerful tool because now when people on your team need to know how the comp plan works, you can just send them the link to the playlist, give them homework. All right.
Yeah. Yeah. How many of you like it that we just dive right in? Yeah. Yeah. Let us know. Yeah. Chrissy, David, Tim. Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Good deal. Let's do it. Let's go.
All right. Well, Mark, you can lead us out of the gates and tell us how people qualify.
Yep. Activate, be active, and enroll at least one. So again, activate, be active, and enroll at least one. How do you activate? 200 PQV one time. How do you remain active? At minimum, 100 PQV is what you need to do. If you want to overachieve and become a star achiever, 300 PQV. Enroll at least one and have them activate and be active.
Yep, absolutely. And they need to be active every month, right? Because, if you don't have, this is where you need to be every month in order to get that unilevel bonus when it's paid out. So good stuff. What do we have next? So this is the unilevel allows you to enjoy monthly residual and recurring stream of income, right? So one of the things I want you to know and recognize, guys, is that the unilevel is your real check. Write that in your notes. This is this is your real check. Sometimes what happens is when people are in a big building phase, Mark, their dual team check goes up. Their fast start bonuses go up. And they start to think, well, that's what I make. No, that's not what you make. Because remember, people are coming in with a first class pack. They're doing 1,000 QV, 600 CV. They're not going to do that every month. The next month, they're going to do 100 PQV or maybe 300 if they're a star achiever, right? So that's either 60 CV or 180 CV. It's very different, right? So, you can't look at the money that you earn as people are moving into Ibüümerang and say, hey, that's my real income. No, your real income is what you make each month as your business matures. So that's what you want to be growing. And it takes a certain mindset to grow a residual income. And that's why we have Diamond Tommy Johnson coming on a little bit later in this broadcast to teach you how to build with that mindset, to build with the future in mind, to build with residual income in mind. He's going to show you how to do that because he's done it. He's done it in another company. He knows how to do it here, and he's going to teach you guys how to do it. Okay. The unilevel pays through 7 levels. To get the deeper levels, you got to go up in rank. It has dynamic compression, which makes sure that all of the bonus is paid out to the field. So no bonuses are kept by the company. And it is something that is paid out monthly. It's paid out on the 20th of the following month. All right. So that's when the unilevel gets paid out.
Cool. We good to go?
Yes, sir.
Awesome. What gets paid in the unilevel? This bonus is based on volume generated by non-enrollment volume from ambassadors and customers in your personal enrollment tree. Examples of this: shop purchases, Skin Tech, Zents, Elevate, iGo monthly subscriptions, and your Elevate monthly subscriptions also contribute to your personal enrollment tree. Cool.
Yep, there you go. That's what you get paid on in the unilevel. So let's see how the unilevel works on this next one here. So you can see here the 7 levels of the unilevel. And you'll see that the first level pays 10%. Second level pays 10%. Third level pays 10%. Fourth level pays 8%. Fifth level pays 7%. Sixth level pays 6%. Seventh level pays 5%. Now, who gets what levels? Well, the first three levels are automatic for ambassador through executive director. So that means you're ambassador, first class coach, business, first class, director, senior director, executive director. You automatically get the first class as long as the first three levels, as long as you qualify. To get level 4, you have to be a sapphire. To get level 5, you have to be a ruby. To get level 6, you have to be an emerald. To get level 7, you need to be a diamond or higher. Okay. Now, what's important about these lower levels? Well, of course, the way it grows, it gets bigger, the further it gets away from you. So you're in a mature business, your level 7 will be bigger than levels 1 through 6 combined. All right. So that's the allure or the value of getting paid on the deeper levels. Okay. Now, remember, you get paid on the CV. So if someone does 100 PQV a month, maybe they do an Elevate subscription, they do a iGo subscription, or they purchase 100 PQV worth of products, well, you're going to get 60 CV. Okay. So what does that look like? Well, that means that for each person that does 60 CV on your level 1, 2, and 3, you make $6 per month. So if you have 100 people that are between your first 3 levels and they all do 100 PQV a month, or which is 60 CV, you make $600 a month. Okay. On your level 4, that works out to $4.80. On level 5, it works out to $4.20. On level 6, it works out to $3.60. And on level 7, it works out to $3. So imagine you had 1,000 people on your level 7 doing 100 PQV each month, which is 60 CV. That would be $3 times 1,000. That'd be $3,000 a month just on your 7th level. Okay. And anytime you have someone who doesn't qualify for a level, that level compresses up and finds the next person who is qualified for that level, and they get that bonus. So in this particular case, if let's suppose this was a sapphire, they'd only get the first 4 levels. Level 5, 6, and 7 would go up and pay. It would look for rubies, emeralds, and diamonds above that person to pay those levels to them, right? The company doesn't keep it. We find somebody who's qualified for it and pay it to them. All right. So hopefully everybody's clear on that.
Yeah, bro. So this is, everybody's loving this slide, by the way. And I remember when I first got my unilevel payment or my residual commissions in the company we were in, I was like, what? No. And so there's 2 things you can leverage. You can leverage time, or you can leverage money. And this was leveraging time because there's other people were building below me. So right. I couldn't do it all myself. And when I got that first residual check, it was like the light bulb went off. It was awesome. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. You know what, Mark, similar experience. I didn't understand it. And until I started getting paid in it, and I was hooked on it. It's like getting hooked on crack. It's like getting hooked on crack, bro. Once you get a taste of that residual lifestyle, you're like, wow, you know what? I'm all in. Hey, we just got a note from the 6-figure chicks. They are meeting today in Atlanta with Diamond, Jackie and Jayla Pippins. And they're looking lovely in their pink 6-figure chick shirts. And guess what they're doing? Watching Flight School today, learning how to make 6 figures.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right.
Love
so
you guys.
Here we go. We got an example for you. Had a little extra time. So I said, let me give the people an example, Mark. This will mess you up. So this example says, you guys ready? Tommy says in the chat, in the Zoom chat when your VP of operations compares residual income to chat.
Right, Tommy?
Yeah. Yeah.
Are you with me, everybody? Yeah.
I love you guys. All right. Okay. So let's suppose you've built an emerald business. That's what this example is. Okay. So let's say you've personally enrolled 10 people, you got 10 on your level 1. And let's suppose nobody else was as good as you. So those 10 enrolled 2, you got 20 on level 2. Those 20 enroll 1, you got 20 on level 1. Everybody else just enrolls 1, right? So this organization is developing, right? So in this particular case, you have 110 people between your levels 1 through 6. You're an emerald, so you're not qualified to get paid on level 7, right? All right. So let's suppose that each of those people is doing just 100 PQV. There's no star achievers here. So that's going to give you 60 CV per person. Okay. So you can see the CV per month that's being generated by the ambassadors in your business. Now, let's suppose you've created a 10 customer culture in your business. 10 customer culture in your business. So that means that each of your ambassadors, they're doing the plan, right? They're getting their 2. Well, these guys haven't all gotten their 2 yet, but they're getting 10 customers. All right. So, these are 10 elevate customers. So that means that you have altogether 1,100 customers from these 110 ambassadors. And by the way, you're starting to see how this business works. It's not about one person doing it all. It's about a lot of people doing a little bit, and a lot gets done. So when you have 110 people, you may not be able to go get 1,100 customers yourself. But can you enroll 10 who enroll 2, who enroll 1, who enroll 1, who enroll 1 to give you 110 ambassadors, and teach those 110 people to get 10 customers each, which gets you to 1,100 customers. And 1,100 customers who do 60 CV a month is 66,000 CV. Okay. So altogether, you've got 121,000 QV. That's why you're an emerald. You're not quite diamond yet. But look at how this works out. On level 1, that's 6,600 CV per month. So that's $660 a month. On level 2 and 3, it's 13,200 CV per month. So that's 1,320 CV dollars, for each of those levels to you each month. On level 4, it's 13,200 CV. Remember, you get paid 8% there, so that's 1,056. On level 5, it's 13,200 CV in this particular example, and that's at 7%, it's $924. And on level 6, 13,200 CV at 6% is $792. So add it all up, it's $6,072 a month. This is not a large organization. It's only 110 people. But you had focus. You built with residual income in mind, which is why you created a 10 customer culture in your business, like Tommy's going to teach you in a little bit. And that's why you're able to make this type of income, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to go back to what we talked about on Top Gun Spotlight this Tuesday. This doesn't happen by accident. Who was on Top Gun Spotlight on Tuesday? Right? This is success. This is a measure of success. And we learned on Top Gun Spotlight that success never happens by accident. How does it happen? How does it happen? Success is never by accident. It is always, like Chrissy DeLisser just said, by design. It's by design. So how do you get this type of result? You have to design it. You have to be intentional so that you can deserve it. Oh, that's right, Bart. Right on time, Bart Bartlett. That's right. You get what you deserve. Life doesn't give you what you want. Let me ask you a question. How many of you want this type of a result? How many of you want this type of result? Right? Everybody's saying me, 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 me. How many of you want this type of result? Let's see that. I see the yeses, the me's in the chats rolling now. But here's the thing. Write this down. Life does not give you what you want. Life gives you what you deserve. So now that you know how the comp plan is working, your job each day is to deserve the result that you want. And here's the stinger. Some folks are not going to be happy with what I say next, Mark. You ready?
I'm ready.
When you get paid your commission, whether it's the weekly commission or the monthly commission, you are getting what you deserve. Ouch. You're getting what you deserve.
Yeah.
Right? If your check is small, you deserve a small check. You did small check things.
Yep.
If you get a big check, you deserve it because you did big check things. The question is, what are you going to do? Desi said, say it louder. When you get your check represents what you deserve. Was that loud enough, Desi?
Say it for the people in the back of the room.
For the people in the back. Hey, that check you got, that's what you deserve. If it was little, you deserved it. If it was big, you deserved it.
Kill me. You're yelling.
Yeah, Sri Rodwell in the chat says, I can't hear you.
Oh, shit. Oops.
So anyway, Mark, the floor is yours, man. I just wanted to say that.
All
this
right.
is I think this is the last slide of the training.
Hey, you know what? Yeah, you know what? And also, this is important and this is critical. If you don't know, yeah, Melissa heard me say that. Nina said that too. Okay. So if you don't know how to properly structure your organization, get with your upline, get with your diamond upline, get with your upline, whoever it is, and work with them to say, hey, how do I structure my organization to get residual income? All right. Good to go.
And I would add to that, Mark, take great notes when Tommy Johnson is training today. All right, so folks, that's our unilevel bonus training. We taught you how to get it. Next week, we're going to talk about the leadership development bonus. If you think the unilevel is something, wait till you see the LDB. All right, we love you guys, and what do we have next, Mark?
We got the ladies.
Oh, it's the time.
Girl power.
First.
Hashtag girl power.
Hashtag girl power.
Hey.
And like we like to say, and now a word from our sponsors.
Hey, you didn't make them co-host, bro.
I didn't?
Nope.
I was too busy telling people what they deserve.
Yes, for sure.
Let's see. Okay, I got Isabel. Why won't it let me make May a host? Okay, there we go.
And
all right, Isabel, May, you guys have been made hosts.
There we go.
Good morning. Good morning.
What's up, ladies?
What's up?
Good morning.
All right.
What's happening?
Let's
Love
go.
being with you,
Let's
Grace.
learn. All right. Good deal.
All right, let's put it up to the ladies. See you guys.
Thank you. And hello, everyone. Good morning. Good morning. I see a lot of girl powers in the chats, and I appreciate it. We appreciate it. Good morning, everyone. It's good to see everyone, or kind of. You can see us. We pretend we see you.
Can you guys see my screen?
Yeah, I can see
Yes.
it.
Okay, perfect. Well, we have a lot of new announcements this week. We have a lot for you. So let's get started.
So as T. Gray mentioned in the beginning of this flight school, we are uploading these episodes to our podcast. So you can go to iboomhub.com/podcasts. We are uploading these every Monday or Tuesday. So they should be pretty timely. You guys can just I believe they're on Apple Podcasts as well.
Yes, and on Spotify.
Hub.com/podcast is kind of your go-to easy link. Get all these awesome comp series trainings. And yeah, so if you couldn't make it to flight school, which we do wish everyone can every time, we do have these podcasts and you can share them to your team.
How many of you guys listen to podcasts? I'm personally a podcast lover, and you can listen to flight school while you're driving or eating or you're at the gym. So it's very convenient for you.
I see a lot of people are podcast fans. I need to get more into podcasts. You know, I haven't
You should.
podcast girl as much, but I have a drive. I could listen to podcasts.
Oh yeah, and audiobooks. Okay, moving on. We have a new Accelerate Action filter, and this is big. How many of you guys remember the campaign that we did for Dream Night, where we asked you to send your image and your dream? Do you guys remember that?
We called you guys our Dare to Dreamers.
Yes. How many of you were on it? How many of you made it to the feed? Okay, Monica, Dr. Latrice, Chrissy, Brenda. Perfect. So this time we're doing something similar, but with a tweak. So we have an Insta filter, which will make you a movie star. So it will be like a movie poster, and you can take a selfie with it, post it on your story, and tag Ibüümerang. We will capture all of your images and repost them on our page. And the top 3 will win something at Accelerate. So make sure that you enter the contest and tag us as soon as you can. So if you go to our Ibüümerang feed and you go on, there's a little sparkle icon. If you click on it, you'll be able to access the filter and start using it right away.
David Hunt said, "I will win this." And we talked to David this week, Mr. Hunt.
Yes, we did.
He gave us some great social media ideas, and he's so active on our social media, so we really appreciate it. And I will not be surprised to see Mr. Hunt win this action filter contest. So make sure you guys beat him. He's all over social media.
Yes. And by the way, ladies, this filter doesn't have 1, but 3 makeup looks. So go ahead and use it and have a blast. And for the guys, we haven't forgotten about you, and we added a no makeup look, so you can have a blast as well.
If you guys were checking out our stories, you know that our Star Achiever status update list has been updated. Our Star Achiever list has been updated on the iboomhub.com/Star Achievers. I believe this is for the January Star Achievers list.
Yes, it is.
Yes, so if you were a Star Achiever in January, you are currently being recognized on iBoom Hub. Go on, check out your name, take a screenshot, share it, tell your team so that they can be on this list next week. And we are so happy that you guys are hitting these Star Achievers.
We have a new tool for you on iBoom Hub. So if you guys remember, we did a content library for EX8 and it's still there, but we also added the other verticals. So we have Zen Smooths, we have Skin Tech, Bull Genius, Elevate, EX8, and I Go for Less. So we have added a Dropbox folder for each of these verticals with all the content that we have previously created for you. So you can download it directly and share it with your team or with your prospects. It's just an easy tool for you to use, and we will continually adding new stuff to it.
Yes, we definitely don't have everything that we've ever made in the Dropbox so far because we do have a lot of resources, but keep checking it. We'll continuously update it as we go along. if you ever want like a specific resource, if we see certain posts are doing super like well, we'll make sure to kind of drop those in the Dropbox so you guys can also use them for your businesses.
Yes. And how do you find them? You go to iboomhub.com, you go to resources, drop down, and then social media resources. Or you can go directly to the link by going to iboomhub.com/social media resources. So there you go.
Join our Telegram channel. We are posting in this every day. We are giving you updates. We are giving you daily schedules. We are giving you special calls, but you have to be on our Telegram channel to be a part of it. So we have a QR code for you right here. You can scan it. You can join it now, or you can join it at the Telegram link shown right here, t.me/iboomerang. So make sure you are on our Telegram. I know Telegram isn't something a lot of people are super familiar with. I wasn't personally, but it's very easy to navigate. It's just a matter of getting your updates, sending them to your team. You know, you want to stay updated. We're giving you the updates. So join our Telegram.
Absolutely. And make sure that your team joins as well. It's a public channel, so anyone can join directly. We have a comp plan series playlist on YouTube, and we update them every single week. I think right now we have the 3 episodes of the comp plan series, and we also have another playlist for the social media training. We currently have just 1 video, but after today, we're going to have 2. And you can find those on our official YouTube channel.
Yeah, so check out those playlists, guys, and don't worry, you will be able to see more social media trainings on there soon as we present more to you. Moving on, remember our Zoom codes are all updated and brand new. You are currently on one of them if you are on our Zoom right now. So screenshot this graphic, share it with your team. Just make sure that they know not to use any of the old codes that we used in 2021. Because 2022, we have brand new codes. Why are we doing this? We want to make sure that you guys are on these calls, they are running well, and you are getting the valuable training that you so deserve.
iBoom Connect. Are you guys connected to iBoom Connect? Make sure that you are to stay on top of the latest and greatest announcements, promotions, events, and all the new stuff that we have. And make sure that your team joins as well. All you have to do is go to iboomconnect.com and add your info and your preferred language, and that's it. You're good to go.
I know a lot of people have been loving these texts, and if you have been connected, you should have gotten one this morning to remind you to get on.
I got one.
I got mine. So if any of you guys got your flight school text, send it in the chats. I see Sri Wadwal already got one, Nina Marie, Dr. Latrice. Everyone always gets them. That is great. So make sure you and your team are staying connected with iBoom Connect. The Superstar Power promo, it is ongoing. We have a new article coming out very, very soon. And to qualify, what do you have to do? You have to get Superstar Achiever 4 times. And then the top 2 with the most frontline star achievers and the top 2 enrollers will get super cool features on Top Gun Spotlight, on iBoom Hub blog, in Business for Home. I've heard a lot of people really enjoying these Business for Home articles. So yeah, if you want to be the next mini celebrity in Ibüümerang, start qualifying for this Superstar Power promo.
Your 1099s are ready, US ambassadors. So how do you access them? All you have to do is log into your iPayout account, and the link is iboomerang.globaleWallet.com. You log in, and then you click on My Account, and then you scroll down all the way to Commission Report, and you click 2021. And there will be a pop-up window which will ask you to allow the PDF to be downloaded. So you download the PDF and you should have access to it. If the PDF is empty, this means that your 1099 is not ready yet. So all you have to do is wait a couple of days and then check it again. That's it. That was quick. I thought we had more.
You know, We've gotten better at this.
Yes, we are. Okay, now to the real job. Social media 101. Isabel, what do we have for this week?
Today, we are going over one of the most essential things of social media, which is setting up your first impression. When people go to your page, what are they going to think? We're going to show you how to maximize your first impression on social media so that you are putting out exactly what you want to put out for you and your business.
That's right. So the first thing first is optimizing your name. So if you're using multiple channels, if you're using multiple platforms like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, all those channels, make sure that your name is universal across all of them. So if you have your first and last name as your username, and that's the ideal situation, you should have the same username across all of them, and try to get the same handle for Instagram and Twitter so they match, because these two have like an @ name. For Facebook and LinkedIn, I think it's easier, but make sure that your name is universal across all of them. The second thing is some people don't have their first and last name as their username. Some people have like a brand name or an organization name or something different. So if you want to do that, that's fine, but make sure that it's short. The shorter the name, the better. Number 3, and this is a really cool thing to use, mainly on Instagram. So Instagram has 2 name fields. It has the account name, which is the handle. So if you look at the screenshot, if you look at the top, you can see Ibüümerang, and that's the account name, that's the handle. And then underneath the profile photo, you can see Ibüümerang, which is also, we use the same name, but this is a name field. This is different than the account name. And you can take advantage of it by adding a keyword next to your name. So let's say that you have a page on personal development. Maybe you can add that right next to your name, or you can have maybe mindset building or something specific that you do, health and wellness, something that you specialize at. And what this does is it helps people to find your page, because Instagram takes into consideration your account handle and name field when people search for other pages. So if you have something, another name next to your actual page name, it will show up in the search and people will find you. So that's a very cool hack to use. I know many people use it. And make sure that the keyword that you use is searchable. Think about the things that people will look for, maybe Forex trading or building a legacy, something that people are interested in.
Yeah, and if you were on flight school last week, you know that we talked a little bit about finding your niche with your social media. Optimizing your name is just kind of another step of that. Once you find your niche, you gotta, those keywords, words are important, names are important. So Instagram's gonna work with you when you find your niche and you put those names in there so that when people look up your niche-oriented words, you will hopefully pop up right on top and grow your business.
Absolutely. And I do want to mention to actually use the name field, because I see some people either leave it empty or just have some emojis on there. Don't do that, because it's very important for people to see your name, especially that it shows when they're DMing you. It's going to show up your name field and not your account name. So it's kind of interchangeable, but just make sure that you have this field occupied.
Creating the perfect bio. So as you know, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, bios are important. They give you almost like a little tidbit of who you are as part of your first impression on social media. So start with the why, right? Why should these prospects be following you? Your bio should communicate that. Talking about like what you're doing, what you're providing. Maybe I'm a lifestyle coach. Maybe that would be the why, because someone wants to change up their lifestyle. And then you want to go on to how you will help them. First, you establish the why, you establish your niche, you establish why you're there, and then you're going to show how can you help them. You show this through your social, you show this through your social media and your bio with that little tidbit of just who you are, how you're going to help the people that come and follow you. And then finally, you have a call to action. And I believe we have an example of this, right, May?
we have a template for you guys. So here's the template. It's very simple, short, sweet, and direct to the point. So like Isabel said, you need to let people know why they should follow you, what will you be providing, and what should they expect from you. So this bio template basically says, I'm here to help you with this service by this method. Very simple, one sentence, one line, and then you close it with a CTA of your choice. So we have a couple of examples here. The first one is a travel blogger here to help you explore Houston by sharing the best places, experiences, and events around the city. DM for inquiries. If you guys remember last week, we talked about the power of bringing people to your inbox, because that's how you start conversations, that's how you build relationships and friendships and potentially business partners. So you can add this at the end of your bio, DM for inquiries, DM for questions, and I have them on across all three because this is very powerful. You are inviting people to talk to you and be friends with you. The second example is health and wellness page, helping people live their best life through wellness, nutrition, and self-care. DM for question. Again, DM me. The third one is a personal development enthusiast, building a community of like-minded entrepreneurs through daily motivational videos and success stories. DM to connect. So as you can see, these are very simple one-sentence bios. You don't have to make it just a phrase. You can do it. Some people do like 3 lines, and they have like a part of their bio on each line with some emojis, and you can, go creative with it. But the basic thing is, and the essential part is, you are giving your audience a why to follow you. You're giving them how you will do that and what they should expect. And remember, you are giving your first impression. And on average, you have about 3 seconds per person. When they come across your page, you're probably going to get their attention for only 3 seconds. Only 3 seconds. So you got to make sure that your bio is very specific, it's strategic, and it's simple.
And you and you definitely do want to make sure that your bio isn't misleading in any way. When you say you're going to share these places, experiences, and events, make sure your social media is reflecting your bio, because that does prove that you are providing this value. And then additionally, this is definitely not set by any means. You don't have to make this your bio. You can always add personal touches, like people mention their families in their bio, right? And it's still providing that personal touch. So you can feel free to add your own personal touch to any of these. These are just common examples that we find. And lastly, I did see someone ask in the chat about call to action, or CTA. So that's kind of those DM for questions, DM for inquiries. The point of CTAs / call to actions is just to kind of tie everything together, right? You've almost sold yourself as a person through your bio, and now you're going to be like, how are these people that are coming to my profile going to take action based on what I'm telling them? So that is where the call to action words come from.
Right. And also on your bio, you can add a link at the end. So you can direct them to your website or to your Powered by iGo pages, or I don't know, someplace else that you would like to take them, so you can have double CTAs. And also on Facebook, so if you use Instagram more than Facebook, on your Facebook bio, you can have your Instagram handle to direct them to your Instagram.
Make sure your posts are public. So the big thing that you want to make sure of when recruiting or when using social media to expand your business or your team is that your posts are public, is that everyone can see them. You want to reach as many people as you possibly can, and the only way to do that is to make sure your posts are public. You're already monitoring what you're putting out there. You know your brand, you know your niche. So it's not a matter, you don't need to be private. You want to show the world that you are providing value. So make sure all of your posts, your profiles are public and not private, and that'll help you get as much traction to your social media profiles as you can.
Yes, that is correct. And the way to do that is to go to your privacy shortcuts on Facebook. You click on that, and then you click on see more privacy settings. You click on that, and then it will give you a question, who can see your future posts? And if you click on that, you will see several options. The first one is public. So make sure that you select that one. And it's very easy, it's very simple. Okay, now on Instagram, make sure your account is professional on Instagram. It shouldn't be a private account, because if your Instagram account is private, no one will see it except your followers. So first of all, make sure it's public, and then switch it to a professional account. And the way to do that is to go to your settings and then click on account, and then scroll all the way down and click switch account type. And it will probably give you two options, either a creator account or a business account. And these two are mostly identical in their features. They will all give you access to your analytics, so data about your audience and about your social media performance. They both give you a label underneath your name with your niche or the field that you work in. They will both give you more buttons on your profile, so people can call you or email you. So they all have, great features. But my personal recommendation is to go for the creator account for one reason only. So if you have a business account and you're trying to create a story and you're trying to add a music to your story, when you click on the music sticker, it will give you very limited options of music and songs. I don't know why, maybe because Instagram thinks it's going to be commercial since it's a business account. But I tried it with the creator version, and it gives you access to all the music and the features from the business account. So you can have the best of both worlds. So that's my personal recommendation. Everything else is mostly identical, so it's up to you.
Man, I didn't even know about the music selection, May. So I am learning
That's the
stuff
hack
on
of the day.
this training too. But yes, professional accounts, very important. I mean, you want to make sure you're professional. You want to portray yourself as a professional, because you are. So yeah, just make sure your accounts are public and professional.
Absolutely. Next week, what do we have?
Next week, we will discuss types of content to share. So this is, you guys see our feed all the time. You see that we are sharing different kinds of content. All of them are hopefully providing value to you. So we want to show how you can do that and share different kinds of content across your social media, and then how to get your message across. You've established your niche. You've had your bio. You are portraying yourself out there. Now you want to get your message across to the people that are coming to your page. So if you guys are excited for next week, we are all the more excited. And we hope you really enjoyed this segment.
Absolutely. And we will show you what works on each platform, because Instagram is, it's the visual one. It's all photos and videos. Facebook is different because it gives you more options. So we will discuss both of those and give you what works the best. So that's for next week. And we do want to hear from you, like we say every single week. So if you have any questions, any feedback, any suggestions, email them to marketing@iboomerang.com. And we did get a question last week, and I promised to answer it this week, but I couldn't because we have a very limited time. So we will make an entire episode on the question. The question was on how to make a social media strategy and what to consider. So I have not forgotten about that question, and we will make it an entire episode soon.
Yes, we do pay attention to your emails. Yes, I think that's it for us.
Okay.
Wow, you guys rocked it again. You guys did a fantastic job. This is like such incredibly useful information, because most people are out there just trying to figure out social media for themselves, and you ladies are coming on and showing people literally step by step, like how to choose your handle and how to write your bio so that people respond to it. I mean, all this stuff is just so good. Thank you so much, ladies.
You know what I was doing while they were coaching and training?
What were you doing?
I was using the Instagram filter.
Oh my God.
Yeah. I was doing duck lips and pictures, and yeah.
Wow.
You got to be a movie star.
You guys stay on. I want to, you guys talked about this, but this is really big. This thing that you've done, right? So hold on a second.
Okay.
I want to share this with the people and make sure that they understand how big this is. So you guys have created this social media resources on iBoom Hub. And folks, here's the thing. Here's what this is. This is stuff that you can post, professionally done. I'm like, really good looking stuff. You can download these and post them on your social media. I mean, this is gorgeous stuff compared to some of the homemade stuff that people are making. You don't need to, because the professional stuff is here for you. And it's going to make your page and your post look so much better. And you don't have to worry about compliance unless you put something crazy in the caption. So I just want to say hats off to you guys, to you ladies, and thank you for making this resource available to the entire Ibüümerang family.
Absolutely. Thank you, Tigray.
Of course. Thank you.
You guys rock, and everybody's loving it. Yay.
We love you guys. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you, everyone.
Cool.
Awesome.
Excellent.
They did a fantastic job. Love them.
Yeah, they did. Yes, sir. All right.
All right.
Cool. Hey.
What makes you so special?
Everything. All right. Yeah, so this is going to be the event that starts off Accelerate for the weekend, and it's going to be a great kickoff. People are changing flights. People are shifting stuff around so they can get here to Mrs. Bug's What Makes You So Special event, Friday, the 11th of March. This is going to be an event that's going to go on for, gosh, a few hours here. So 11:30 to 5, lunch is included. And if you missed it at the 99, what were you thinking? So it's now 119.
Lunch is included?
Yeah, lunch is included.
You said a whole bunch of stuff, but that's what I heard. Lunch is included.
Yeah, you're right. So now it's 119. You missed the early bird price. So what happened?
Hey, you know, if you had a chance to pay $99 and now you have to pay 119 because you waited, what makes you so special is that you paid extra.
Hey, you know what? David Romero says still a bargain at 119.
Oh, this is so true.
Exactly correct on that. Wow. Yep.
Yeah.
Dr. Latree says agreed, David. Cool.
This would be a bargain at 1119, you know, because, you know, as we mentioned in the previous weeks, if you can't identify what makes you special, then you can't expect other people to be able to identify it, see it, and be drawn to you and do business and want to do business with you.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so one of the things that our co-founder, Earlene Buggs, is going to teach the ladies in particular is how to identify your worth. Where does your value stem from, so that you can truly be attractive to success? And I don't mean physically attractive, but one of the things that we've learned from Holton Buggs, our CEO and co-founder as well, is that, you know, you don't chase success. You don't go get success. You attract success into your life by the value that you put out into the marketplace. So ladies, that's what you're going to learn from this high power event. Get your ticket. This event should sell out. Let's go ahead and do that.
Yeah. Yeah. And the other thing that I heard too is she's having workbooks printed up. Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Workbooks.
Workbooks and lunch?
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
Wow.
Cool.
I think I'm going.
All right. iBoomEvents.com. If you missed the early bird price again, what were you thinking? So it was 149. Now it's 179. For the virtual, it was 49. It's gone up to 59. Yeah. Now, if you're new, that's the only excuse that you can have, that, hey, I'm brand new and I missed it. So I missed the early bird. I didn't get in time. I didn't get into Ibüümerang in time to get the early bird special. So March 12th and 13th, Marriott Marquis in Houston, Texas. We're going to rock that Marriott.
Yeah.
Dude. Seriously.
Yep. That's going to be an incredible event. I can't wait.
Cool. Now, this is important. Listen, this is important. You need to sign up and register for recognition. Now, if you haven't been recognized at any other event and if you've changed pins between Vision and Accelerate, we want you to sign up for recognition. Okay? Sign up for recognition. So go to iboomhub.com. It's right there on the front page. And you can then click recognition, or you can just go straight to it, accelerate recognition. I wouldn't do that, but yeah, just do it the way you want to do it. And then sign up. And it's for if you changed a pin, or you're a star achiever or something like that, if you changed a pin between Vision and Accelerate action, go ahead and you're going to be there live. That's the other stipulation. So yes, absolutely, get started and get going. Yeah, get that done. Good to go.
Love it. Love it.
Cool. Awesome. Ooh, who's on the road?
Diamond Desi Lipova is descending upon Virginia tomorrow, Sunday, February 6th, 3:30 p.m., and it is going to rock. There are some people who are in the hunt. There are some people who are in the game. Diamond Desi Lipova is both of those. She is both in the hunt. She is in the game. Her team is on fire. And you want to put as many people as you can in front of her tomorrow in Virginia. Let's do it.
Oh, cool. All right. You know what's next?
What's next?
Tommy Johnson.
Tommy!
Dude, come on, join us.
Where are you at, Tommy? Camera, bro.
it
Microphone. He's co-host. I did it.
Can you hear me?
No, he's not.
Oh no, I got to do it again.
Dude, what happened?
I did though. I did it the same time that I
did.
made
I
Isabel
saw.
and May co-host.
Yeah.
Tommy must have did something. Oh, what? There
I
it is. Hey,
did.
Tommy, how are you?
I did. I wanted to throw you off, T. Gray. Actually, no, I changed devices, and when I changed devices, it must have caused this to happen.
There you go.
No
All
problem,
right,
man.
cool.
How are you? Good to see you.
Well, I'm a little jealous of that hoodie that you got on there, though I can hardly see it. Just kidding. It's camo.
Oh, that's
That was good.
Blending into my environment.
I can just
I
see
got
your
that
face and
joke.
hands right now. Yeah, that's it. You guys, this was awesome today. What a great explanation of the compensation plan, and I love how you're breaking it down into bite-sized pieces. Thank you.
Hey, no problem,
Absolutely.
Tommy. You were one of the ones who requested that. And I'm excited for everybody to hear from you today. What a lot of people don't know is that you have been very successful in your network marketing career. This is not your first time as a diamond. Income disclaimer, we're not making income claims or guarantees, but you have achieved six-figure monthly success in this industry through residual income, right? I remember when we were talking about this training, I asked you how much of that was, from the residual part or the back end of the plan. And you were like, most of it, just almost all of it. So I can't think of a better person to come on here today and teach our team, our Ibüümerang family, how to build with residual income in mind.
Yeah.
Hey, man.
Perfect.
I'm excited about it. Thank you. Thanks for the opportunity. And I'm looking forward to sharing some of the wisdom that I've been able to learn from other people over the last 20 years in this business. So
Awesome.
yeah,
Good
I
deal.
didn't
Let's
figure
get out
any
of
of
the
it out
way.
myself. I'll be clear on that. I learned it from all of you guys. So thank you. Thank you for the kind introduction as well. And I'm starting my timer right now. T. Gray, got my timer set. Okay, everyone. Well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. My name's Tommy Johnson, and I live in Surprise, Arizona. Just had to get that out of the way because with my beautiful wife, Lindsay, and 2 children. We have Jerry and Sierra. But anyways, all right. Well, I love the presentation this morning, and thank you to May and Isabel for sharing all this information and about social media and so forth. I was talking to them a few days ago, and I was letting them know, if you want to learn how to do social media wrong, just go onto my social channels and take a look at my how I post and how I share, because I don't ever have anybody come into my group from my posts. So do what they're teaching and not what I do, right? So I was listening to Mark and T. Gray, and as they were sharing this morning, and T. Gray said something that really got my attention. We said a number of things, but one of them was when he said, you get what you deserve. Not if you want to do little paycheck things, you'll earn a small paycheck. If you want to do big paycheck things, you can earn a big paycheck. And it's funny that how true that is, but we'll go to our job, and for a small salary or hourly wage, we'll do all of the things that they ask. And here it's essentially kind of a volunteer army initially, but in order to do big paycheck things, look like focusing on what goes right, not what goes wrong. Big paycheck things are being part of the solution, not the problem. Big paycheck things are not getting caught up in bad mouthing, or big paycheck things are showing up and teaching people to show up for flight school on your team, and doing things like Desi, making it mandatory. And I look forward to meeting you, by the way, Desi, because I have yet to meet you, but I keep hearing your name pop up all over the place. And your leader, Darren, is such a class act as well. I'm enjoying getting to know all of these new diamonds and so forth that are coming into the company all around the world. So, but that's big, big paycheck things. It's mindset, and it's a decision to stay focused and to do the business when you don't want to do it, not only when you get in the mood to do it. Our executives do flight school every week. They don't need to do that. However, you need to do it, right? If you want to do a big paycheck thing, you need to do it for your team, to do things like that leaders do. Success leaves clues. T. Gray said, success does not happen by accident. Good things don't happen by accident. Neither does building a residual income. It doesn't happen by accident. And so a story, the gentleman who mentored me, I had the luxury of having great mentorship when I came into the business. For the last 5 years of his life, he died in an accident. But the last 5 years of his life, for all intents and purposes, we took a USB cable, hooked it up to his head and up to mine, and I learned as much as I could. And I know we all lost a great mentor yesterday in Bob Proctor. And Darren, I know you were very close to him. So sorry for the loss, and what a loss for all of us, but not before he made his stamp on our space and made and edified and praised and said great things, did great things for the network marketing industry. But anyhow, you can do the things that are small paycheck type things. However, you just need to determine how much you're willing to give up. You don't have to show up for flight school, but it'll probably cost you 20% or so. You don't have to, dress appropriate and use appropriate language and so forth when you're out building your business. You just need to determine how much you're willing to give up. That'll cost you, 10% for each of those probably. You don't have to do meetings, or you don't have to do three-way phone calls. That's probably going to cost you, 30%. So if you're willing to give up this, this is your life and your dream, then go for it. Then just do the small paycheck things. But you'll watch the other people that do big paycheck things do things that you might end up thinking, oh yeah, well they're successful for some other reason to justify their success, and play the victim. That's a small paycheck thing. But I'm discouraging that. Do not do those things. And you don't have to be a rocket scientist to do this. In fact, T. Gray is like, hey, can you make a PowerPoint? And I'm like, I don't even know how to make a PowerPoint. So David Hunt makes amazing PowerPoints. And so, but he doesn't have a greater opportunity than you have to build a business if you can't make a PowerPoint. So anybody can do this is what the message I want to get across. And the gentleman who I was referring to earlier that mentored me early in this business, he taught me to build residual income. And you need to determine what it is that you want to accomplish. When we got into the business, and you always hear the first step of the system is to give your why. When we got into the business, we were real clear on what we wanted. We wanted to stay home and be present for whatever it was that our children were passionate about, whatever they enjoyed to do, whatever it is that they love. We wanted to see their facial expressions, and we wanted to be, when they looked over to see if we were watching, we wanted to be there. And we've been able to do it because of residual income. And if you get a taste of it, T. Gray's right, it is probably very similar to the way crack would be for a crack addict or something, because you cannot go without it once you experience it. But if you're just focusing on the dual team, then and making quick money, then you'll never experience a residual income, because to me, this dual team is just a bonus. I don't focus on it. I know some people get super excited about it, and I love the fact that we have it, because we have the best of both worlds. The advantages, and I'm not going to get into the advantages of having a portion of your comp plan be a dual team type compensation, but versus the back end or the residual or the walkway or the freedom. I like to refer to it as residual income is freedom, because it gives you the ability to go where you want with who you want, and it can last and sustain if you do it right. And so a lot of the ingredients that Mark and T. Gray were sharing today is doing it right. And what's so unique about these two is that they've done it. So if any other executives of any other network marketing company, if they're teaching, especially on a weekly basis, that company's in trouble. That's not the case here, because these guys have been in the trenches, and they still are in the trenches. That's what's so unique about this. And we need to go do the things that they're teaching and that your leaders teach you consistently in order to build a residual income. So residual income has allowed us to stay home and never miss anything. Residual income has allowed us to have the ability to purchase 22 homes between 2008 and 2012, when the market went down in real estate. Real estate's my background, something I have a passion for. It's one of the things that we do with our money and put it to work, and to earn more, essentially passive income with cash flow. But it wasn't the earned income that gave us the opportunity to do that, and nor the time. It takes time to get out and find the right properties and so forth if you're an investor, or whatever it is that you invest in. To take, you need to learn to do Elevate. It takes time, right? Well, the residual income can give you the time, right? So get out of the rat race with residual income. Robert Kiyosaki says $1 of residual income is equivalent to 4 or 5 earned dollars. And I totally agree with that. Not only because of the freedom that it allows, but because of the tax advantages and everything else. So with the gentleman I was referring to, he passed away in an accident. 5 years, they built a business to 6 figures a month, okay, residually. And he after Bob passed, then his widow, Barbara, she didn't earn less than $80,000 a month for the next 9 years. And then if the company had done the right things, it would have sustained and continued to be that a great of an amount. But then since then, 14 years after she lost her husband, she still earns, a low 6-figure income still 14 years later. And she hasn't done any of the business building activities, to the best of my knowledge, since then. Bob was kind of the leader in terms of building in the business. And she did a lot of behind the scenes stuff, but since then she lost a passion for it and so forth. But she still, all of these years later, is earning a residual income. So is that worth 5 years of your life of being coachable, of treating this like a real business? And that's the key ingredient, is treating it like a real business. The lack of risk will prevent a lot of us from treating it like a real business. Now, easy in, easy out. If you spend $1 million to buy this business, and if you had a loan and a payment with that attached to it that you had to make every month, you would do all of these things that they're teaching us and that your team teaches you, and that it takes to build a passive residual income. So think of it like this. The industry, and you might want to write this down, the industry is built on the concept of equity. It's built on the concept of equity. You lock people in with equity. Everything's equity. Relationships are equity. Real estate's equity. And all businesses, it's equity. Well, our business is no different. So if you help people to make enough money to cover the cost of their products or beyond, then they won't quit. If you help people to understand the tax benefits, you don't have to be a tax expert. And this applies to the United States and maybe some other countries. But here, if everybody understood the tax breaks alone, you would never have somebody cancel their subscription or their auto ship of the product. They would, because the tax benefits exceed the cost of being in business. Let me give you an example. If we bank at Bank of America, if Bank of America said, hey, if you put $300 into our account every month at the beginning of the month, at the end of the month, we'll put $500. We'll give you $200, right? Well, the IRS says, and again, I'm not giving tax advice. The IRS says that you have to have an intent to make a profit. You have to put in a good faith effort and an intent to make a profit. This is here in the States. And in order to earn, you have to get your product. You have to have your subscription. You have to have so much personal qualifying volume, right? Consider this. How could you tell the IRS, I had an intent to make a profit when you weren't even eligible? So when you understand that it costs more money to not get your products every month or not have your subscription every month than it does to get it, just from the tax breaks alone. But people are afraid of the IRS, so they don't, sometimes this isn't enough for them. So you move past that. But regardless, we teach people and our team to understand that the tax breaks are significant and that you need to maintain your qualification, be active in order to receive them. But if you help people make the amount that they're spending per month residually, they don't cancel. And I want people to get out of the mindset of pushing only for the dual team and then annualizing that out. You don't need to do that. The truth, as Holtenbug says, is good enough. The truth is good enough. Okay. Some people will have a big week and then they'll multiply that times 52 and that they'll say that that's what they're doing. You don't need to do that. What we need to do is help people. With our previous company we were at for nearly 15 years, and we did not have a dual team. We only had the back end. So it took a while to get it going, but you don't need to wait until you know everything to get it going. So, and that's, you look at the comp plan, this training, and they're breaking it down in bite-sized pieces. Some people might think, well, I need to wait until I understand it. Well, we were making $30,000 a month with our, in this industry in our first time in the business. When I say we, my wife, Lindsay, and I, and my mom, who is our sponsor in the company, she was making more than that. When we finally learned how the comp plan worked, we had been explaining this dynamic compression, which is one of the great wonders of the world when you understand it, but you don't need to build the business. If you wait, then, you probably never build it. But anyhow, but before we realized that we were explaining it wrong the whole time. So don't wait. You'd rather be defined as ignorance on fire than, knowledge on ice. And that's what a lot of us do. We just watch the tools, when we watch everybody else do it, watch the presentations and everything, but we don't get in the trenches and do the behind the scenes stuff and drive down through our group and help people to cover the cost of their product. Well, when I went to a training early in the business with our compensation plan in the previous company, my mentor came there and he was an engineer. He always would reverse engineer the numbers and so forth. And he said, in order to make $1,000 a month, that you need to have 125 people within your levels of qualification ordering product. So 125 people ordering product. That may as well have been 10,000 people because it sounded like a lot to me. I didn't understand that what Jay Paul Getty said. He said, I'd rather have 1% of 100 people's efforts as opposed to 100% of my own. Think about that. I'd rather have 1% of 100 people's efforts. And J. Paul Getty was the first billionaire in the United States. But as opposed to 100% of my own. That's how you build a residual income. You help people and you help them to cover the cost of their product. And you push things such as our Star Achiever program. And some people look at that and think, oh, well, they're just wanting me to spend more money. No, that is such a small mind thinking. That is not how you build a residual income. Well, if we needed 125 people ordering product because the average per distributor was about $150 per ambassador would spend, and our compensation plan didn't pay the actual payout that this one does. There's a lot of people in this business building on a theoretical payout. And we're building on an actual payout, and it's the highest in the business. I would go fist to cuff with anybody that begs to differ. So, and anybody that understands our marketing plan would say the same thing. And anyways, here's a way that you can help your people and you only need 12 or 13 people, 12 and a half distributors in your business, and you could earn that same $1,000 a month. And nobody would be out of pocket. And T. Gray and I were talking about this yesterday. He was running this scenario by me. But if you had 12 within your first 3 levels, not all personally sponsored, that's irrelevant, just 12 in your first 3 levels, and you're automatically qualified for the first 3 levels at 10%, then that were all on a Star Achiever, which we should consume the product. You need to be a product of the product. And I can't imagine anybody not getting skin tech. I mean, it doesn't make any sense to not have that in every vehicle, and to allow your children to leave the house without putting it on. Well, it's an emotional product. You may think I like subscriptions. I don't like products. Well, then that's going to cost you. You can determine, you can give that up. That's probably going to cost you 30 or 40%. But, and I'm not going to teach it because I'm a subscription guy or I'm a subscription guy. Well, that's going to cost you. And, but become a product person as well. And I just want to push the free products. Okay, that's cool. Because you can build this with just Build Genius, and it might take a little longer, but then they'll start using the other products, but that'll cost you, because why not do both? And anyhow, 12 people within your first 3 levels that were all on Star Achiever, and they were consuming the products, and each of them got 10 customers, 10 Elevate customers. Anybody can do that if they decide to. If their job told them to do it, they would do it. Like if they were, for $20 an hour or whatever, we would go do it. But isn't that interesting for them? But we won't do it for ourselves. And this is where you go back to your why and your own expectation that you bring to the table. And if they all had 10 customers, now they're all making $300 a month from the wholesale to retail profit that comes with Elevate, being an Elevate for gathering an Elevate customer. That would cover the cost of theirs. They would never cancel. Why would they cancel? They're making enough money to cover the cost of their 300 for Star Achiever. And then but then you would also get the commissionable volume, which is 60, if I'm correct, 60 CV from all of those 10 customers, each of those 10 customers from each of those ambassadors, plus the 300 points, 180 points of commissionable volume for each of your 12 distributors within their first 3 levels, is at 10%. Now, this is $1,000 a month. This is $1,000 a month that would go upstream to you just from having a structure like that. That's it. Now, that group will never cancel. Why would they cancel? I have a friend and when I first got into the business, that I brought into the business, he was somebody I went to high school with. He's the only friend that joined me. Out of all of my friends, he was the only friend that joined me in the venture and saw it through. But the only reason he saw it through was because we worked through him and locked him in with equity, because he was trying to quit for the first several months. He was trying to quit. But my mentor kept saying, work through him, help him cover the cost of his product. So I would get with him and we would discuss his people, and we would, make an effort and then connect them up with somebody in the upline or get the tools to them, and they would come on board. Before you knew it, he was making enough to cover the cost of his product, and he wasn't screaming, I want to quit any longer. Well, and we didn't wait for him to get in the mood to do it. We worked through him, right? You work with people, you work through people. And we locked him in with equity. And then eventually he was making 7 figures, or just under 7 figures residually, because we worked through him and it found the sparkles down in depth. And we're not here teaching depth right now. But anyhow, then you couldn't pay him $1 million to cancel his auto ship. So if you keep duplicating this down through your group, and if you pay attention, you treat it like a real business, and you're helping people cover the cost of the product and beyond, nobody will cancel. If they're in the US, if they implement the tax benefits, how would they cancel? It would cost them money to cancel. And then you would have a group of people consuming the products, becoming passionate about consuming the products, sharing that information, and they would never cancel. And that's how you build the residual piece of the business. We can sit here and draw circles and show you exactly how to do it, but it's all a mindset. It's all a decision. It's just an understanding of what this could mean for you and what it could mean for your family, and how much you're willing to give up or what you're willing to do, because you do have to make changes. It's a sprint for a while. You have to build it in order to get enough people to where you experience the momentum or the snowball effect of what this industry can mean to you. So when I heard 1,000 people order, or 125 people ordering product, that sounded like $1 million, because I had sponsored 17 people and but 3 of them had quit, and they quit on their own. They figured out how to quit without even asking me how. Yeah, they didn't even know how to change their auto ship or anything, but they figured out how to go and quit, and they didn't tell me. And so you can't get discouraged by that, because discouragement is a luxury you cannot afford if you want to build something, big in this business. You have to stay the course, and you have to figure, hey, if they can do it, I can do it. There's nothing somebody can do that I can't do. And understand that it is built on the concept of equity. Don't wait until you know everything, and just plug in and keep it simple, and do like Mark and Tigray, keep it fun, have fun and keep it simple. So, let me see here. I have a couple notes that I want to make sure I don't miss something. All right. You don't have to have a flight plan calendar if you don't want to. It's going to cost you. Just determine if you want to give that up. You don't have to work the business every day. You don't have to contact people. You don't have to focus on getting 10 Elevate customers if you don't want to. Again, just determine if you want to give that up. But residual income to me is what this business is all about. And you can take my dual team and give it to charity. In fact, you can take the first 3 levels and give it to charity, because the money will come down in depth and we start to lock people in. We have a compensation plan that pays 7 levels in terms of the uni level. Okay. But it pays a lot more than that if you understand dynamic compression. And I'm not asking you to understand that right now, but they've done a much better job than I could possibly at teaching these things. But understand this. You have to be level blind as you're driving through your teams and helping lock them in with equity, helping them to make the money to cover the cost of their product. Because it's levels, even if we didn't have dynamic compression, it's levels 13, it's levels 8 through 14. That's paying levels 1 through 7. It's levels 15 through 21. That's paying levels 8 through 14. Does this make sense? So you get down there and you help them lock their people in with equity. And then the people and the levels, above them, the block of 7 above them, they're making more money. The more money they make, the more time and energy and effort that they pour into their business, and so on. You just keep driving down through it and locking people in with equity. And there's a formula for it right there. Get your 10 people, and this is what we teach. We teach people to get 10 customers and two ambassadors. What if it took a couple of months to do that? What if it took 3 months? Would it be worth it? I would say we had in the United States, we had a real estate crash several years back. And when that happened, we had people losing their homes all over the place. People the homes that their children grew up in, they were losing their homes and having to move out and rent and move in with family members and so forth. And I read an article that supported the fact that an extra $500 a month, just $500 a month, would have prevented over 90% of people from losing their houses. I think about what Mr. Bugs has done for this industry, and we talk about his success and the fact that he had earned over $100 million in this 10-year window of time and helped over 50 people become millionaires. How many people did he help keep their homes? Because he locked them in with equity and helped them to earn an extra $500 a month. It was mind-blowing to even think about that. What kind of an impact can one person make? What kind of an impact can you make? And there's nothing that Holton did that he's given us the vehicle. He's given us the platform to go do it. I thought I was done with this industry. We resigned from our first company. We just walked away from it. They weren't having fun anymore. And all it took was hearing a friend call and say, hey, Holton Bugs is launching a company. My nose was down on the trail, and because I thought, why in the world would he start a company? He didn't need to. And we have somebody at the helm of this company that gets it. And yeah, we've had growing pains. We had growing pains in our first company. What happened to most people? They quit. Because of the mentorship that I had, I didn't quit it. I'm not a quitter, but I almost quit a bunch of times, but I had the mentor sent, and we all have that same mentorship. If you need to go as far upstream as Holton, it's there. And so you seek it and you utilize it to keep you focused. You stay connected and you push through any of the issues. And then you have the greatest upside. And so many people that that might quit, they will eventually say, oh, they got lucky. They got into that boomerang thing. And luck has nothing to do with it. It's about treating it like a business and understanding, how can I take this person, look down through your organization, map out your group and say, how can I help this person, the newest person, lock them in with equity? Because my attitude is I have a month. I have a maximum of 30 days to lock somebody in with equity, to have them get somebody underneath them that they're excited about, to get with them and keep them plugged in. And anything beyond that, you're living on borrowed time. And so now, if you paid $1 million for this business, you would do these things. Get with that person. Get with their upline the person that brought them in, and learn about that person and drive down through them and help them understand why they should be star achievers. This is treating it like a business, becoming a star achiever. You can't ask anyone to do something that you are not doing yourself. How can you encourage somebody to be a star achiever if you're not a star achiever? How can you encourage them to try a product if you're not consuming the product? You can't. So unless you're willing to give up the money, you have to be a product of the product. Be a star achiever. Treat it like a business and teach that, and then help people simply cover the cost of that product. Keep it simple and follow the system. Plug in and help them get enough money to cover the cost, and keep duplicating that and keep duplicating that and keep duplicating that until literally you're just so sick of teaching people to do that. You have to go, take a day off. You have to go to, watch football or whatever, just take a day off and justify it. But until then, you can't, I can, Tigray can, Luis Ventura can, David Hunt can, Kelly Haupu can, leaders can do that because Darren Gibson can, the Pippins can, but those are the ones that are in the trenches the most. Isn't that interesting? The ones who don't need, it's like church. The people who need to be there are typically not the ones who are there. Now, we all should be there, in my opinion, but the people who need to be there the most are not filling the seats. It's the same thing with this business. So you have to draw the line in the sand. You have to make a decision. You have to change that and think, okay, passive residual income is freedom. We took 3 years off from that company. We made 7 figures in those 3 years. We just decided to take our foot off the pedal and relax. We weren't having fun with it anymore, and we still earn the money. And we still would if we had not just walked away from it. So, don't encourage that. We didn't sell our business. We didn't. We just gave it back to the company. And so, anyhow, you can build this. If you can build a brick, you can build a city. I always tell people, if you've helped bring on one person, if you have one customer, if you have one ambassador that you've helped bring on board, if you don't, then you need to get some coaching. And if you're talking to people and you're striking out all the time, the good news is you can fix that. It's not because you're talking to all of the wrong people, but if you bring on one person, you've proven to yourself that you can do it. And if that's the case, why not duplicate that? And the last thing I'll say about this is, there's so many people that will say, well, it's too hard. People quit. I had my own cousin contacted me one time. He was in our previous company. We helped him for a while. Then, because he got discouraged and he quit. Now here's somebody that gets up every single day. He works for the railroad and he has to get up. He's on call. And sometimes they'll call, and he lives in a cold state. And sometimes they'll call and he'll get a call in the middle of the night, 2, 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning. It's freezing cold outside. And he has to go out there and work and so forth. And he called me one day, he said, man, he goes, I'll get back into the business and I'll start working it. He goes, if you can find me some builders, because it's hard. I thought, but being on call every day and having to get up and go to work for somebody else, earn them money, and missing the things that are important to you and being tired and freezing and everything, that's not hard for 20, 30, 40 years of your life. But this is hard. This ranks up there with brushing your teeth in comparison. I mean, that just doesn't make any sense. I got to learn it. No, you don't have to learn it. You just have to plug into the system and you'll learn as you go. Repetition, they say, is the mother of all skill, right? And feedback, getting coaching, that's the breakfast of champions. So it's just a matter of plugging in. It's the people that need to do this the most are the ones who are not doing it. But it's largely due to you're just analysis with paralysis, or what is it? Paralysis by analysis. Don't be one of those people. Just start swinging and get coaching and plug in and start to lock people in with equity so they don't quit. And then eventually you'll have a business full of people that just start with one person and do this, but do it on purpose and by design. And then watch what happens. And as you start to duplicate that out, the quitters will quit, but the winners will continue winning, and they'll continue to build you a residual income. And next thing you know, you've got other people in your team. They're duplicating what you did, and you don't even realize it's taking place. And then before you know it, you have thousands of people doing the same thing. We eventually had over 140,000 people in our group. And as the company became more mature, more stable, and worked out the bugs, then a higher percentage of people stayed, because they didn't have to tolerate the growing pains. But it's when the growing pains exist is when the greatest opportunity exists. So you understand that. So anyhow, I hope this helped today. I hope that you understand that this is something that anybody on the planet can do. And then you get down underneath your people, lock them in with enough money to cover the cost of their star achiever. Because why think smaller than that? Why set people up to fail? Why not set them up to win? And plus, if you're not used to consume, you need to be on 300 to consume the different services and products that we have. Use Build Genius to cover the cost of it alone. We have a service that's free that you can use that will cover the cost and the savings for most people in the States. It will cover the cost of your Star Achiever program for a lot of people. I mean, think about that. Who else has that? Nobody. So, plug in and stay close to your team, be coachable, treat this like a real business starting right now. Start treating it like a real business and watch what happens to your business and lock people in with the concept of equity, and they'll never quit. And when you keep duplicating that out, because we know we have somebody at the helm that's never going to quit. This is a company that the founder uses his own money to build. Think about this. That's not happening anywhere else. They use other people's money. They have investors. They're not passionate about what they're doing. Nobody has more skin in the game than Mr. Bugs. It's a company that was not born out of the necessity to make money. That's huge. The founder, we already know what he acts like with money. See, the reason that our previous company went down is because the people who started the company were different than the people that were running the company once they had success. Ego crept in. These are the things that attracted me to Ibüümerang. We have a company that has the ingredients to go the distance. So do you have the ingredients to go to the distance? Apparently, Mark and Tigray do. All of the leaders do. And do you? So plug in, and I look forward to connecting with you. And the last thing, I know I said this already. If you don't think you need to go to the events, you are more naive than you need to be. You're taking a long walk on a short pier. I don't want to go to the events. Don't go, and neither will your team. Don't be a star achiever. Neither will your team. Don't come in at first class. Don't expect anybody else in your team to do the same thing. Don't plug in to flight school. Don't expect your team to. Badmouth flight school. Badmouth something. Watch your team do it. You won't be able to find one person on my team or in this company that when they call me, that they don't get a solution in terms of a response. They're not going to bring me down. If they call to complain about something, don't expect me to join them. If you join your people, you just put the fire out. You just go ahead. Just put the whole entire team out. So anyhow, I'm going to go at my time. Thank you so much, Mark and Tigray, for this opportunity. And I love this company, and I love, the direction we're going. And I love just the passion that the two of you have for this, for what we're doing here with Ibüümerang.
Beast.
No words. Yeah.
Oh
no
my
words.
God, Tommy, what did you eat for breakfast or drink this morning, man? You're on it. I mean, the quality of that training, the Tommyisms, right? I mean, you got people in the chat saying, finishing the sentence, that it'll cost you.
Right? Take them if they're going to complain and so forth. I got my Yellowstone shirt on today, so take them to the train station, right?
Yeah. Right on.
Exactly.
Perfect.
No, perfect training. Thank you.
Yeah. Hey, and the truth hurts. Yeah. You were direct and people loved it. Yeah, for sure.
Yes.
Awesome.
Thank you so much, Tommy. We appreciate you. Perfect training for the unilevel and for residual income. I do want to, again, restate the disclaimer. We talked a lot about money in today's training from end to end, from beginning to now. And we want to make sure we restate no income claims, no income guarantees. What everybody's going to earn is going to be based on what they do. But today you got the goods. You know how it works, and you know how you need to work thanks to Diamond Tommy Johnson. So let's see who's going to make some serious change in their life or in their financial future over 2022. All right.
Nancy says he always talks that fast.
Yeah, I know.
I was trying to go slow.
The translation team was putting in the chat, please slow down for us.
Yeah, that's
awesome. Let's do this. You ready?
All right. Is it picture time?
Yeah, picture time.
All right, everybody get ready for your screenshots. Here we go. Boom.
Boom. How much longer are we going to hold this?
I don't know.
Long enough. Awesome.
Exactly what I was thinking.
I thought my screen
Yeah.
froze.
Oh,
All
man.
right.
Great.
Hey,
stuff.
guys.
Thank you,
Ambassadors.
everybody.
Yeah.
The boom is real.
Ibüümerang family. We love you guys. Have
We
a
love
great
you.
weekend.
Accelerate, 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 yeah. Accelerate, 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 yeah. Foot on the gas and I'm going fast. I accelerated, 200 and it's on the dash. I accelerated, always first, never coming last. I accelerated, take flight, yeah, first class. I accelerated, yeah, I accelerated. I'm going fast now. You know they don't want these. I feel like a cash cow. Stack it up. I put all my money in Teslas. They tryna catch up, but they fast enough. We the winners, it's unanimous. I threw a boomerang and hopped on a plane when somewhere it never rains. Yeah, we breaking records like every day, and you know it'll never change. I'm swerving all in my own lane with ice water in my veins. And we built a team so strong, yeah, you know we gotta maintain. Yeah, wait. Accelerate, 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 yeah. Accelerate, 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 yeah. Foot on the gas and I'm going fast. I accelerated, 200 and it's on the dash. I accelerated, always first, never coming last. I accelerated, take flight, yeah, first class. I accelerated, yeah. You know I accelerate. Every day I gotta celebrate, and you know I had to elevate. Every morning gotta meditate. All this paper that I'm finna make. Feel like Jordan cause I bought a day. $1 million, yeah, it's on the way. I'ma be the one they nominate. Every day feel like a holiday. I ain't playing, I'ma get it. I don't want my car to be rented, and I want my windows tinted. I just wanna be independent, feeling like the lieutenant. Money man in the system, and you know I'm finna get it. Accelerate, 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 yeah. Accelerate, 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 yeah. Foot on the gas and I'm going fast. I accelerated, 200 and it's on the dash.